Oh, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Just Jordane show. If I if I could clear out my throat a little bit, get a little bit of this phlegm out. We're calling bullshit on the Dark Side of the Ring tonight. Dark Side of the Ring tonight. Now, they have some good episodes. They have some fun episodes, but there's always a little bit of bullshit that people have. Everybody has their bias, you know? Give me one sec. Let me get up this Instagram going. Calling BS, baby. All right, here we go. Good deal. That baby's on. We're going to go live. We're going to go live on the IG as well. We're getting back to it, guys. We're getting back to it. You got to give us a little bit of time. That's just how it goes. Well, we got the blue screen over there. We got the green screen over here. We got a little bit of everything going on. We're ready to rock and roll. How's everybody going on their Wednesday night? I hope it's a good one. I really do hope it's a good one. Let's go on to the chat and see what everybody's up to. What's going on, Christopher Barkloff? My friend, Christopher Barkloff is here hanging out, ready for Wrestling Wednesday. New Heights Wrestling is here. Here we go, New Heights Wrestling. Here we go. Lori, what's up, Lori? How are you? Christopher Barkloff, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing really good, guys. I'm doing really good. I had an interesting day. I ran around Montgomery County, had to do a little bit of work down there. Then I had to head out on over to Westminster, which I know if you're not localized, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Doesn't really mean. Oh no. Hold on, guys. Be patient. I think my camera just died, so now I gotta fix that. We're not in the best of circumstances for doing a show, but we're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going. All right. Camera back on. Camera's back on. Thank you, Lori, for liking the page. We're back. We're back again. We're going to make this work. Like I told you guys, we're at a different location now. We might be changing locations every single day, every single night. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to do my best to try to keep it going to the best of my abilities, as long as you can just keep on supporting the show, guys. Keep on supporting the show. Christopher Barkloff, I'm hanging out, brother. I'm hanging out. We're having a good night. We're hanging out. We're trying not to go too crazy. Over here on Instagram, what's up, guys? Allison, how are you? What's up, Steph? What's up, Crazy Daisy May? Sorry, guys. I missed so many people over here jumping into the chats. We're getting ready. Finally, you go live in a good timing, laugh my mouth. Just finished leg day. Oh, hell yeah. I just had leg day yesterday. Dude, I just had leg day yesterday, and it was the shit. Alex, what's up, Alex? How you doing? What's up, Jack Patterson, my man? Old stormtrooper down there. Trooper's hanging out. How you been? I've been doing really good, guys. I've been doing really good. I've been trying to get better at everything that's going on in the world, and I think we're getting there. I think that we're all getting there. I think that we just need to take our time, and eventually things will get better. As you continue to get better, you always have to try to better yourself, of course. That's what we try to talk about here on the Just Jordane show. Crazy Daisy May, that's good. Awesome. I'm doing good. I'm glad that you're doing good as well. Just wanted to say good night. Good night, Steph. I hope that you have a great night as well. And then back over here. What's up, Stephen Fowler? How are you, my friend? Are you hanging out as well? We're hanging out long, loose, and full of juice tonight. We got a fun episode. I did a lot of prep for this shit just because the plane ride from hell is a fun thing, because I remember watching I remember seeing a lot. I remember seeing Alex laughing his head. That's what you get. Want to know something funny? Bobby Lashley on Monday Night Raw, he lost his title. That's what he gets. Hey, man, that's what he gets, brother. That's what he gets. That's how it goes. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But as long as you live to fight another day, so don't go out there shooting each other, guys. That's a message that we learned from Friday. Friday the movie, Ice Cube. Ice Cube's motion picture debut. Or did he direct that? Or did he write it? Or did he do all of the above? Who knows? But that was a really good movie. I thought that Friday was a really good movie. But today was a really great day. Lots of stuff to cover. We're going to go on and get into it. So the Dark Side of the Ring, there was a lot of controversy there. Ric Flair had one of the biggest ones, but we're going to work our way from the beginning to the end so that we can do some type of a little review type deal with it. And we'll see if we all kind of agree or disagree with how the whole event was portrayed. Now, obviously, I wasn't old enough to be there under contract and doing anything, so I don't know. I am strictly a fan watching from... I don't want to kick this shit again. but I get excited, so I move a lot, so I don't want to knock anything over. Yeah, Lori, that was a crazy episode. And then Alex over, yeah, Danny said, "Oh, damn, Craig, you're right. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. You do live to fight another day if you can last it." I'm watching. Let's see. Ric Flair is the best. Everybody loves Ric Flair, and I don't hate Ric Flair, but I don't love Ric Flair either. Ric Flair's just kind of Ric Flair. He is what he is at this point. But like I said, Dark Side of the Ring. I wasn't ever really a huge fan of Dark Side of the Ring. No, I am a fan of Dark Side of the Ring. I enjoy it. But every time I watch it, I'm like, that's a little biased. That's a little biased. And everybody has like their own biases within themselves. But sometimes there's just blatant biases that you can literally look up and be like, oh, wait a minute. Why did they forget this? This seems like this would be a, I'm muted there. You can't hear me? What the fuck, man? I don't know, dude. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Still can't hear me? What the fuck? Why does it do that? I can hear crickets. How about now? Can you hear me now? I had to turn the Bluetooth off. Sorry, guys. There's always something going on. There's always some craziness going on before we have to get everything going. No sound. Still no sound. How about now? Nothing? Remember the scene when Forrest Gump was going to expose Vietnam War and got cut off? yeah. That was great, though, because he got cut off because there was a protester there, like, blah, 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 pulling everything apart. But the thing is, like, the protester probably agreed with Forrest's point. Is there still no sound? We should be good with the sound now. We should be. I don't know for sure. There's no telling. I don't know. I hope that it's good. Pause due to poor connection. Can you guys hear me now over there on the Instagram? If not, then you got to join me on YouTube and Facebook because I don't know why, but that shit's been fucking up on the phone so much. You're probably better off doing some shit on YouTube and Facebook because everybody's dropping off on Instagram because I guess there's no audio. But fuck it, what am I gonna do? We're gonna keep it going and we're gonna keep rolling. So anyway, Dark Side of the Ring is a television show, and we've covered it a few times before. Dark Side of the Ring is a television show that goes over a lot of the stories that a lot of people don't want to show. Did he get it fixed? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Somebody let me know. Can you hear me? I'll start it over, but I don't think it's working. That's just ridiculous. Bernie said, where in Moco, were you at? Inquiring Montgomery County residents want to know. I was at the Montgomery County Courthouse. And then I was at the Carroll County Courthouse. We got sound now? All right, good. Sorry, guys. I can't hear your voice. Yes, you can finally. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Jeez, Louise, jeez. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. I'm just trying to stay awake. I'm trying to keep everything going. Now we'll get back into it. Lori, that was a crazy episode. It was a crazy episode. Thank you, Lori, and you can hear me. I appreciate that, Lori. Thank you so much. Christopher Barclough, the Dark Side of the Ring is very controversial because of pro wrestlers are either getting suspended for what they are saying is true about the wrestling business. Yeah, when you talk about Tommy Dreamer, it sounds like a Tommy Dreamer thing because he was just they just suspended him for fucking whatever. For giving his opinions. And I just rewatched it because I watched it the night that it came out. And then I rewatched it tonight just so that I could kind of get a feel for everything. And I don't know if he was trying. That's a tough one. We'll get to it, though. Woo! Jeez. Ha ha ha. We got a bunch of laughing over there. Chris Barclough is the real CB. I know, DV. You've been watching Christopher Barclough a long time. What's up, God of Sparrows? How are you? Happy days down there in Georgia. I hope you guys are having some good weather down there. It's been raining up here all day. It's been raining up here all goddamn day, and we got to do what we got to do, y'all. So everybody has a good idea of what Dark Side of the Ring is. I'm glad about that, and I'm proud about that. I love that my fans are here, and they understand the wrestling business, at least to a little bit. At least a little bit. Burnster said, 5 minutes from me is the courthouse. Rockville has been home for many a year. I'll hit you up next time I'm there then, brother, but it's got to be during the day, in the middle of the day. Well, I wouldn't have been able to say hi today because I had to keep moving on because I had to roll on to my next job. But if I'm there, I'll have to hit you up, brother. I'll have to hit you up. It's been a while, Bernie. It's been a while. I haven't seen any of my Maryland peeps in a long time, but I could do a better job communicating with everybody. I'm not the best communicator. Sorry. I'm sorry. Heather Cole. Hi. What's up, Heather? How are you, darling? I hope you're having a good night. Lori, I don't think Tommy Dreamer meant it, but it came out bad, LOL. Yeah, it did not come out good. It definitely didn't come out good. Daystone Wolf, how are you? Daystone Wolf, I am good. I'm hanging out. We're getting ready to talk about the latest episode of Dark Side of the Ring so we can break down exactly how all this is perceived from the public, perceived from the people, perceived from everybody so that we understand that, wrestlers are just normal people who do a bunch of crazy shit a lot of the times. We do a lot of crazy shit. I'm a wrestler and I do a lot of crazy shit. Now, I've never put on a robe and flashed people, but I could see that I would do that if I got encouraged enough, maybe. Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. That doesn't even sound fun to me. So the Dark Side of the Ring episode started off with Vince buying WCW. And they're trying to show that the WWE was at a peak at that point. They were doing their best. How well can you do a British accent? Well, darling, I don't know if this is a British accent or not, but I'm going to try to do a little bit of a British accent because I don't really know. That's as good as I can do. We get lit as fuck! Yeah, DK, I know. That's the problem, though, brother. That's the problem. People don't like that shit. People don't like giant men running around getting lit as fuck, bro. Another one of the wrestler and friends are in the chat, and, he's just like, hey, man, we get lit as fuck. We can't help it, and we are adrenaline junkies, guys. You got to remember. Wrestlers are just big cowboys running around acting like they're still in the Wild West and they wish that they could go out and get into bar fights all the time and not go to jail. So, of course, you get these guys on a plane and you get them drunk. What do you expect? Did much good. Christopher Barclough, that is a British accent. Wolf, thank you, sir. I don't really think that I just thought that I was thinking that the whole episode of the Dark Side of the Ring was just horrible. I thought it was just horrible. I didn't want to see that. And I never thought that the wrestlers would act like that. Fuck, I'm losing it. Shit. I can do Australia. Hey, g'day. Put your shrimp on the barbie. That's about all I got. Shit. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I just want to entertain you. I want to be a little jester, But the WWE is doing huge business in the Dark Side of the Ring. In the Dark Side of the Ring. During this time, they're doing huge business. Vince McMahon just bought his competition. He just bought WCW, who he was fighting from ever. Paul Jordane from Gryffindor. Nah, bitch, I'm from Slytherin. Come on, brother. What the hell? You just said I'm from Gryffindor. That's rude as shit. I might be Gryffindor and Slytherin, though. I might be a little bit bad. A little bit of both, Daystone Wolf, the accents were not bad. Thank you, Daystone Wolf. I appreciate that, Bubba. Christopher Barclough, do you eat tea and crimpets? No, me drink tea and me eat the crimpets. That's what we do over here in Britain. That's what we do over here in old Britain. Now, let me own your country for 100 years or so. Sorry, colonizing joke. Not allowed to say that. Anyway, back to... I make myself laugh. If anything, remember, it's more important for me to make myself laugh. And half the time I don't. I wish that I would, but I don't. What are you going to do? So their WWE is doing really good business. Maybe I can get back to this story and maybe we can talk about it, guys, because I'm going to break down every single one of these. Oh, yeah, got a sparrow. Slytherin Pride. Thank you. Slytherin Pride, 100%. You know that. I'm 100% Slytherin. Maybe 98% Slytherin and then like 2% something else. But I don't even know what else. So the WWE is doing really good business at this point in time. They just bought their competition, and their competition was WCW, and WCW had a lot of really good stars there who have kind of transitioned over into the WWE, and the WWE is just selling out everywhere that they go. They are selling out you cannot imagine the type of business that they are doing. It's insane. It's insane money. I think this is also during the time that Stone Cold Steve Austin bowed out and was like, nah, fam, I ain't about that shit. I'm going to move on from the wrestling biz for a little while. I mean, he didn't move on for sure, but he was having a hard time with his employer, so he had to get rid of it. He had to get through it, and he had to move on and go do something else. So Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't there. But we did have an interesting thing, because a lot of times, the wrestlers are put on commercial air flights, and the commercial air flights they're not the most comfortable. You do have to mind your P's and Q's way more often. And me being a larger individual, I'm 6'7", 265 pounds. I'm larger than the average human, and it's a lot harder for myself to fit in normal seats, general admission seats, all those other good things. So getting a charter private flight for a European tour sounds like it would be amazing. And it does sound like it would be amazing. They would just get on the flight, go to sleep, wake up, and then they got to go wrestle, come back, do it again, come back, do it again, come back and do it again. So that's kind of what they were doing. They were in the middle of their tour, and they were working. They were doing what they had to do. Finally, they finish up, and they have to go home. So they go to the airport. They start getting ready to go on the airport. They start getting ready to go. And there's a delay. There's a weather delay. They have to wait for a long time. So they're waiting for a long time. They're waiting like 8 or 9. No, it was like 7 or 8 hours. They were waiting there. And as they're waiting there, what are you going to do? You got to occupy your mind. You're going to have some drinks. You're going to try to have a little bit of fun. Just like old Danny Keough said over there, my brother said, we get lit as fuck. Not all. A lot of us do. I'm not necessarily one that you'll see wasted in public like that. And that wasn't public. It was a private flight. But still, I don't play well like that. I don't play well like that. But apparently, it had a spot where you could go and sit down. It had a lounging area and all these other good things. So they're spending 7 hours waiting to try to get onto the plane. And then finally, as they're waiting for the plane, they're drinking and drinking and drinking. And they drink one whole cart of alcohol. And these are big men, guys. These are big men. I can drink a lot. And it doesn't affect me that much because I'm a larger guy, so I need a little bit more. Especially if I've had some food. So then they continue on. They drink 2 carts. And then 2 carts ain't enough, goddammit, not in 7 hours. We're going to have 3 carts. They had 3 carts of alcohol. So, everybody is not in their right state of mind. They can't be in their right state of mind. Have you guys ever went to a tailgate party? You've seen regular people not in their right state of mind. Now imagine 6'7", 250-pound grown-ass men not in their right mind being confined in a large-ish plane. Not really, though. You're in a tube, and you're stuck in close quarters. You're just completely stuck in close quarters. And the one thing that I really thought was interesting from the Dark Side of the Ring, from this episode, was the fact that stroke. Yeah, DK, you got that right, brother. You got that right. Exactly. I be stroking. Let me see if I can set this over here. I'm gonna see if I can set the IG camera to a better spot, because it just don't look that good over there. Let's see what we got. How's that? Oh no, hell no, that ain't gonna work. Oh, it might though. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, cool. A little bit of a different angle, but then at least I don't have to look that way. I can just look straight ahead, and I can kind of keep my head. I can keep my head turned for it. So, yeah. Lori said recipe for disaster. Now, doesn't this already sound like a recipe for disaster? Doesn't it sound like not good? It don't sound good. You got a bunch of giant men in there drunk as hell. You've been getting them drunk for 7 to 8 hours. That's a whole night. That's a whole night. If you're going out and you go out with your buddies at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's if you went out till, we'll say, instead of 4 a.m., we'll say 3 a.m. But you went out until 3 a.m. And then you have another 7-hour block, which is the plane. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is a setup for disaster. It's just like Lori said. It is a recipe for disaster, and that is begging. You are begging for trouble. You are 100% begging for trouble. Oh, man. Craziness, though. Craziness, though. So, a cool thing was they had one of the air stewardesses on the show, and they were talking about it. Love you too, God of Sparrows. We'll see you later. You be safe, and we'll see you next time. So the interesting is, Christopher Barkloff said that Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out on Vince and took his balls and went home because he wouldn't do a job to wrestle Brock Lesnar. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Whatever it was that Stone Cold left, he wasn't there, so he wasn't associated with any of this cray-cray-ness going on. But it would be interesting if they would have acted the same way, and seeing like what Stone Cold would have done if he was there. He might have. I don't think he's that much of a partier. I think he likes to drink, but I don't think he parties like that. So so they had the stewardess, and the stewardess name was Heidi Bloom or Heidi Doyle. Heidi Doyle, and Heidi was the stewardess who was on the plane. She was the one who was explaining everything that had happened. That had happened to her, and that had happened to the other stewardess in there. And she was just kind of there trying to do her job. She's doing the best that she can to do her job. And it's just hard. It's just very hard because you've got a lot of guys in there, and you got a lot of guys in there who are a mess. And they're drunk. Everybody's wasted. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. They're doing their best, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Oh man. Poor Heidi though. Poor Heidi had so many things, and she said something interesting up at the front, and she said that Ric Flair seemed like he was the captain of the team. He was like the captain of the wrestlers and stuff. And of course, that would definitely be the case because it is Ric Flair, and Ric Flair would be the captain of the wrestlers. I mean, if I'm in a group of guys and then we got Ric Flair there, I'm like, all right, I guess Ric Flair's the captain, even though nowadays probably not so much. You probably don't want somebody that irresponsible being the captain of your team, but he is a great wrestler, so what do you want to do? You probably want him to be a wrestler, right? Probably. So Heidi was able to go on and start talking about, the plane ride from hell and everything that she experienced on the flight and how crazy it was. They were coming back from a pay-per-view. They were trying to, they just wanted to get home. It was a 7-hour delay. Everybody drank. They had 3 carts of alcohol, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then they talk a little bit about how, like, giving people Mickeys was fun, or giving people roofies was fun. And that was very creepy to me. Because I know the excuse that everybody uses is, oh, it was a different time. And it is always a different time. If we go tomorrow and then we look back on yesterday, that was a different time, obviously. So I know cultural norms change, but I don't think that was a normal thing to be roofying people. But they said that roofying people was kind of a fun thing, and then they would like to see somebody who loses control of themselves and they're foaming out of the mouth. And I got to tell you, if somebody thought that they were playing a joke on me and they gave me a roofie, that's an enemy. That's an enemy right there. I wouldn't be able to fathom being around somebody like that. And I don't know exactly how I would react whenever I came to and I figured out who it was that did it. And this this stuff happened a lot. I mean, it still happens a lot, but it's not as prevalent as it was. So we'll see. Christopher Barkloff. I guess Ric Flair saw the movie Old School like Will Ferrell and said it was best we go streaking. You know what, Christopher? I actually think Will Ferrell saw Ric Flair and was like, no, I need to do what that guy's doing because Ric Flair's that fucking wild man out there running around. Because Ric Flair's been doing this since the 80s, guys. Maybe in the 70s, but definitely the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Ric Flair's been doing it for a long time, man. He's been doing it for a long time. It's ridiculous. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. That really bothered me, though. And I saw an interview with Tony Atlas saying that I think it was like on the Hannibal YouTube show or something like this. And this is specifically wrestling shit here. So, and Tony Atlas was talking about how, yeah, some of the wrestlers would just roofie a girl and then all of the wrestlers would have sex with her. I don't think he said all, but then he said some of them. But even, okay, it's more than one. Even if one was, like, acceptable, but some nasty fucking people out there, guys. Nasty motherfuckers. But the way that Tony Atlas justified it, and Tony Atlas did say that he wasn't participating in that type of stuff, and he didn't sell anybody out, but he did say that, well, it was a different time, and they were doing that type of stuff back then. And, yeah, I guess. I guess they were doing that type of stuff back then, but can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's some crazy stuff, man. That's some crazy stuff. So, the roofing thing sucks. The roofing thing sucks. And apparently, somebody gave old Michael P.S. Hayes a freaking roofie. Somebody gave Michael P.S. Hayes a roofie. And he didn't seem like he was in his right mind at that time, right here at the beginning of the flight. He wasn't in his right mind. Somebody roofied. You roofied an office worker. You roofied somebody that works in the office. And I don't remember seeing, and I watched it twice, but I don't remember anybody claiming responsibility for roofing Michael P.S. Hayes. So I don't know who it was that did it, who started it, but Michael P.S. Hayes was fucked up at that point. Or he was on pills. Maybe he's just blaming it on somebody else and saying, oh, I was roofied, when he was taking some pills. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Nobody really knows. We weren't there. But we definitely can speculate, and speculating's fun, and that's what this episode's all about. We all about all that speculation, and we got a lot of shit to speculate, so let's continue on. So somebody roofied Michael P.S. Hayes, which obviously not good. But after Michael P.S. Hayes got roofied, he woke up, and that previous night, it was a pay-per-view. They were heading back. I think they probably had Raw the next day if they were coming back from a pay-per-view. JBL had a cut on his head. And Michael P.S. Hayes, not being in the right mind, punched JBL in the head. And then JBL woke up and was like, what the fuck? My head's bleeding. This motherfucker just hit me. And he slapped the shit out of Michael P.S. Hayes. Slapped the shit out of Michael P.S. Hayes. And then what I think happened. Now, what I think happened. I think that X-Pac was the one that roofied Michael P.S. Hayes. I think that X-Pac roofied Michael P.S. Hayes because X-Pac did say that he was pissed off. He was not happy with the fact that Michael would put him down during their booking meetings. So whenever the wrestlers are trying to put together the creative stuff as they go, Michael P.S. Hayes would be like, nah, X-Pac sucks. We shouldn't use X-Pac. X-Pac's horrible. We don't want to use X-Pac. Fuck X-Pac. So maybe, just maybe, there was a little bit of motivation for X-Pac to be the one that roofied Michael P.S. Hayes. Maybe. You don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. Everything is speculation at the time, so there really is no telling. There really is no telling. But, kind of iffy. Michael P.S. Hayes then passes out after he was drugged. JBL gets up, slaps him because he didn't pass out because he was drugged. He got up because he was roofied and not in his right mind, and he punched JBL in the forehead to crack open his cut again. JBL got mad, got up, slapped him, knocked his ass out. After he knocked his ass out, X-Pac started getting the chant. Started getting the chant from the boys. And you know what? When the boys start encouraging you to do some bad stuff, and you're around all your giant group of friends, and all your group of friends want you to do whatever it is that you may be thinking, but you haven't really said it, but then you think you might, and then you do it. X-Pac went and cut off his ponytail. Held it up and was like, yeah, I got it. I got the ponytail. And of course everybody was happy. Everybody loves seeing that type of stuff, guys. Everybody loves that. Is the stream Twitch down? I don't think the Twitch stream is down. Let's let me double check that one real quick. I know YouTube and Facebook are on and we're going good. Hard to say. Let me see. I'll double check for you real quick though. Don't know for sure, but I'll let you know. Let's see. No, it says I'm on. Yeah, it says I'm on. It says we're good. It does say we're good. Let me see. Yeah, we're good. Daystone Wolf, the accents were not bad. Thank you, Daystone Wolf. Yeah, we're on here. It looks like it keeps. Popping off there though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Daystone Wolf. It seems like it's kind of messing up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll continue on and we'll get it better as we go. So Michael P.S. Hayes got H-bombed. He was roofied. He went and cut Michael Hayes' ponytail. That's one of the most ridiculous things. But it gets more ridiculous. Now, so far, all this sounds like it's pretty par for the course, man. Skynet is taking over. Why, are we losing on Facebook as well, or what? How are we looking, guys? How are we looking? Are we looking all right? Let me see. My keyframes are good. What else have we got? We're using everything. Yeah, it looks like we're good over here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. YouTube and Facebook does say that we are okay so far, so we'll see. We shall see. How it all goes. Oh, let me switch over. Maybe that one's not working. Maybe I'll have to switch over to the 5G then. No, it looks like that is on. Let's see. All right, well, I tried. Hopefully that helps. We will see. We shall see. All right. Let's see here. All right. We're good to go. Yeah, it looks like all my little statistics are good. Yep, that was a lot. 40 minutes ago I was getting some bad stuff, but it looks like we're okay now, so. Looks like we're all right. All right. Let's see here. All right. We're good. All right, cool. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. So X-Pac tore, he didn't tear off, but he cut off old Michael Hayes' ponytail. Seems totally legit. Seems like something that you would do. I don't even doubt that for a second. I think that that's probably pretty legit. Makes sense, right? So now you got Kurt Hennig, who loves playing jokes. He loves playing jokes, and he took some. What is that stuff called? That white like stuff that you spray out of a can. Whipped cream. He took some whipped cream, which I guess they had whipped cream on the plane. He took some whipped cream and then smashed one of his friends. And one of his friends was Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar got up, and of course, what are you going to do if somebody smashes some shit on you? You're going to go right after them and then try to tackle them and beat them up. So, Brock Lesnar's trying. He's trying. But Mr. Perfect ain't about that shit. Mr. Perfect's going to wrestle him a little bit. They wrestle around. They break a couple of things here or there. And then they finally, as all this chaos is going on, they fight into the emergency exit. Shaving cream. Perfect using shaving cream. Perfect use shaving cream. Thank you, Daystone Wolf. It was shaving cream. Shaving cream makes more sense. Shaving cream definitely makes more sense. So, it was shaving cream. Because I was like, whipped cream? How do they have whipped cream on the damn plane? What are they doing? Licking it off each other or something? Probably as well. I wouldn't be surprised. My goddamn blue screen fell off. Let me fix that real quick. Ugh. Let's see here. Not the perfect conditions, but we'll make it work. All right. Cool. Looks like we're good now. All right. Anyway, dark side of the ringers. See, I'm messing all this stuff up now. Okay, here we go. Good deal. Skynet is taking over. I guess there could have been whipped cream, but it makes more sense that it was shaving cream. Yeah, I agree with you, Daystone Wolf. It makes more sense that it was. It definitely makes more sense that it was shaving cream. Christopher Barclough, Mr. Perfect beat down Brock Lesnar 35,000 feet in the air, and that was a great promo that he put in TNA, saying that he whooped Brock Lesnar's ass. That was a great promo. And I'm disappointed and sad that he passed away before he had another opportunity to get back to the major leagues. And his last run in TNA, Mr. Perfect or Kurt Hennig, wasn't that good. But he wasn't in shape. He wasn't working like he regularly. Maybe he had some drug problems. Maybe he had a bunch of problems, man. Like, we all got problems, guys. We all got problems. So it's one of those things where you can't. I mean, you can judge people all you want, but I try not to, because, look, I'm not perfect either. Man. I do my best, but I'm not perfect. And I'm definitely not Mr. Perfect. So Mr. Perfect and Brock Lesnar are wrestling each other on the goddamn plane. They're wrestling each other on the goddamn plane. And while they're wrestling each other on the plane, you got somebody on the speakerphone going, "Oh my God, we're going to die." Of course, it would be hilarious if they just grabbed the microphone and just started yelling into it. So all of this chaos is going on. And then all of a sudden, these two men, which they're big fucking guys. Like I told you, 6'4", 250, 260 pounds. That's 500 pounds. 500 pounds just wrestling each other. Running around. Boom, 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 boom. Finally, they hit the emergency exit. They hit the goddamn emergency exit. And what do you think's going to happen? So everybody's getting scared. Everybody's getting petrified because they're wrestling each other, these big old giant men. They fall into the exit door. The exit door does the exit door's most likely, we'll just say most likely, not going to open. Think about it. You're going super, super fast. If you're driving a car, how easy is it for you to open your door? If you're driving the car 50 miles an hour down the road? Not easy, right? Now think of like amplifying that times 5. Probably not going to be able to open the door. Probably not going to be able to open the door. Probably not. But you could depressurize the thing and then fuck everything up for you, because now you're starting to lose the pressure and the oxygen that you have in the cabin, and you have to make an emergency landing, and you're going over the Atlantic. You're trying to get back home. Where the hell are you going to land? Where the hell are you going to land? So it does create a bunch of big problems. So everybody on the plane got sad and was like, no, please God don't. Now this sounds like pretty legit shit. This is pretty legit shit, guys. You can't really be too angry about it. Like, man, we're wrestlers. It's just like Danny was saying there earlier. I don't know if you're still there, Danny, or not, but it's like Danny was saying, man. Like, sometimes we get lit, man, and then if we get lit, we wrestle each other. We're wrestlers, you know. We are wrestlers. That's just part of it. That's what we like to do, you know. Mr. Perfect beat down Brock Lesnar. Christopher Barkloff, he was drugged up. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Like, I think he had his problems. Daystone Wolf, did you hear AEW has partnered with Owen Hart Foundation to make Owen Hart merch? Dude, I am going to be on top of that. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. But the Owen Hart thing, dude, that's amazing. And I screenshotted some of their stuff, so maybe we'll talk about that at the end of the tell. From the way it looked, at least that's the way that people portray it. That was what he was wanting. So, you know, should be pretty cool. But the door wouldn't pop open. They wrestled each other. So, you know, Brock Lesnar and old Kurt Hennig they were just doing their thing. They were doing their thing. And then you cut into Terry Runnels. And now we're getting into where we got to call a little bit of bullshit, right? There's a lot of bullshit in these shows, and I never really like to call bullshit too much, because I like to just let them be what they are, and you know they have their biases and whatever. But this is a fun one. This is a very fun one, because it gets to the point to where it's like, who's trying to protect who and what? Who's trying to protect who and what? What's up, Nasty Leroy? How are you, buddy? What's up, Mikey? How are you, man? That man, I know, brother. I know, DK. I know. Christopher Barkloff. Snakes on the plane. Samuel L. Jackson movie, except more wrestlers fighting 35,000 feet in the air. Yeah, right. That's what you want, right? So Terry Runnels gets on there, and she's like, yeah, this all was happening. These guys were going crazy. They were doing their thing. They were yelling at each other. They were fighting. I felt uncomfortable. And then she brings up a story that I can only think she's trying to paint Brock Lesnar, who works for the WWE. Now, we're starting to see a little bit of an AEW bias from Dark Side of the Ring, because a lot of the stuff that they do does shit on the WWE, and with good reason. Not saying that they don't deserve to be shit on, but I am saying that they're not shitting on other people who do work for certain companies, and they're not bringing up things that happened that were brought up in the lawsuit. So if it was brought up in the lawsuit, don't you think that maybe you want to cover that in your documentary? Or do you just want to smudge the WWE and you don't want to smudge anybody from AEW? So Terry Runnels tells a story about Brock Lesnar, how Brock Lesnar flashed her in the same room of herself and her husband. And her husband told her, don't sell it, don't tell anybody, just forget about it and then keep moving. Could he have done it? Yes. Could he have not done it? Yes. I'm perfectly fine with saying, yeah, he did that. Yeah, good for him. He did that, whatever. But not even good for him, but like he did that. Yeah, maybe he did that. Okay, got it. We got it. Brock Lesnar is painted as the horrible villain because you told this story from Terry Runnels that was not on the plane, and it's one of the only stories that they shared that didn't happen on the plane. It did not happen on the plane, but they wanted to smear Brock Lesnar because Brock Lesnar is the WWE's number one guy. He's their number one guy. And what do you think? What do you think? Okay, we'll say he did it. And I'm not even like pro or against or whatever to think about that. But I am just pointing out that now they added in a story that was not even on the plane ride from hell because they want you to have an idea of the character of the type of person that Brock Lesnar is. So you got Terry Runnels telling this story about that. And then, right after that, you know, our old lady Heidi, our stewardess Heidi, starts talking about how this guy was heartbroken. This guy was just trying to sing about his wife. This guy, he's so innocent. He's just so heartbroken. So we got Goldust grabbing the microphone and starts singing into the microphone. He's singing into the microphone. I don't remember the song. It's like some old country song or something like that. But he was dating one woman, but he's singing to his ex-wife on the plane. And then Terry Runnels, once again, looks over at Paul Heyman, I think she said it was, and Paul Heyman's like, don't sell it, don't sell it. So they don't sell it. They don't sell it. He's singing. They don't sell it. Now they're trying to get Dustin Runnels so that you understand Goldust. You understand where Goldust is coming from. He's heartbroken. He's sad. He's like, he don't know where the hell he is. He's trying to grab the microphone and start singing into it. He wants to sing into it, and he wants to try to get people. I don't know if he wants to get, if he's just trying to get Terry Runnels to react, and he's probably trying to get his ex-wife to react. I'm sure that's what he's doing. But there were some complaints about him as well that they did not put in the documentary, and it's not good. And they're legal papers. And they sued them for this. And they have it all written down there. And the beautiful thing about the internet is I found it. So we're going to go over that as well. She looked at Dustin, and then Dustin said, don't sell it, not Heyman. No, Dave Stunwolf, you're wrong. You're talking about, you are talking about the first time. That's whenever Brock Lesnar flashed. You're talking about the flash. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about later on in the plane. Later on in the plane, Dustin grabs the microphone and starts singing into it. And Terry wants to go tell him to shut the fuck up. Terry wants to get up and say, no, you stop, shut the fuck up. But as she's about to get up, she sees Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman's like, don't sell it, just stay, just shut the fuck up, just stay. So she's like, okay, I'll stay. So there's 2 points where Terry Runnels is told not to sell it. She's told not to sell it with Brock Lesnar and not to sell it with Dustin Rhodes. But you are right. You're right. Yeah, you got it, Dave Stonewolf. Yeah, it's just two of it's just two of them. But it's just two of them. Christopher Barkloff, Jordane wrestling teacher. We are his wrestling students. 100%, brother. 100%. And I ain't changing. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. Okay, so Dustin Rhodes, now we got this clarified. Dustin Rhodes is on the microphone talking, and now, I got this all in order because I want to make sure. So I love this. I fucking love this because now we're going to have Ric Flair. Oh, shitballs, guys. We got Ric Flair coming in. We gonna get that Ric Flair going in, you know. Hold on, let me delete a couple of these things. I got to make a little bit of room. Because we're about to get to the point to where I'm about to break out our bullshit meter, and we'll talk about the bullshit meter. So let me get Goldust off of here, and now everybody's boy, sorry Heidi, you're in the way now, darling. You're in the way. Oh shit, I called her darling. That's misogynist. Michael P.S. Hayes, why you still up there, bro? Go down. Heidi, why you still there? I told you to go away. Okay, where are you at, Ric Flair? I told you to come back now. Oh, look at Ric Flair. I guarantee you this is what he was doing when he was walking down that aisle. Oh, man, I can't make myself laugh too much. Oh, man, I'm dying. Oh, dude, I'm dying. I'm dying. It's too much. So Ric Flair, obviously, he wore one of his little things. He wore one of his little freaking whatever those things are called, the robes. And he's on his robe, and he's walking that aisle with his dick out. Now, Ric Flair's got a reputation for doing what he's doing, but Heidi, our illustrious, I don't even remember the word. What do you call her? Freaking stewardess. And she's got to deal with this shit. So she has Ric Flair coming in. Ric Flair's walking around with his dick out, doing the helicopter, like, woo, look at this, guys, woo, trying to show his wiener, because that's what champions do, right? I think champions wrestle assholes into the emergency exits. I don't think champions run around showing their dick off. But then again, Ric Flair's champion, and Ric Flair's running around showing his dick, so what do I know? What do I know, guys? What do I know? Gets interesting, though. Because Ric Flair apparently got very, very creepy with her. He got very, very creepy with her. He was running around showing his dick off, and then he goes back into this little lodge, helicopter penis. Dave Stonewolf, exactly. He would take it out, and then you got to flip it around, baby. You got to flip it around. If you can flip it around, you got a helicopter penis. You're good to go. Flight attendant, thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Christopher. But Ric Flair's walking around. He traps her into like this little area where she can't get out, and he's making her feel very uncomfortable. She even says that he makes her like grab his dick. Now, there's a lot of stories from a lot of wrestlers. Go watch some shoot interviews from a lot of wrestlers talking about Ric Flair doing that just to entertain the boys. And I do see how it could be entertaining for the boys, and it definitely could be. But it's not entertaining if it's at the expense of somebody else's just being comfortable. Like there's no way that she was comfortable. There's no way she was comfortable. There's no way that she was happy about this. You're a stranger, dude. You're a stranger. Christopher Barclough, I guess she didn't want to join the Mile High Club. Yeah, you gotta ask if somebody wants to join the Mile High Club. You just can't like put their hand on your dick and say, "Hey, here we go, baby." Sometimes that works. I'm not saying that it doesn't, that you don't do that all the time, but sometimes sometimes it works. A lot of times it don't, though. And a lot of people don't play that. And she just had a kid and she's married. You really think that she's excited about that? So Ric Flair has her stuck into the corner. He has her right there. There's not much that she can do. She's stuck there. She's doing her goddamnedest to get out. And old Dustin Rhodes, old Gold Dust, comes in. And he's the only one. Look at this now. He's the only one who stopped him. Dustin Rhodes was the only one who got up and was like, "Hey, man, this isn't cool. Don't do this." So the documentary paints Goldust as a hero. Because he's sad he lost his wife, and they used Heidi talking about how she felt bad for him. And then Dustin Rhodes was singing, and then she was pissed off because she was like, "Yeah, I know. I need my microphone, but he did seem like he was hurt. So I wanted to be patient with him because he was heartbroken." Oh, poor Dustin Rhodes. Oh, no, poor Goldust. Oh, poor Goldust. He would never do anything. Not Goldust. He's a hero. At least the AEW wrestler is a hero, right? The AEW wrestler is a hero, and the WWE, the guy who is more associated with the WWE at that point, all of them are fucking WWE guys. Let's be real. Come on. They're all WWE fucking guys, except for whoever the new kids are in AEW. Wingspan. It is interesting. There's a positive bias towards Goldust. The Wingspan, please stay, because we're about to get into it. It's about to get more fucked up. So now this is why it made me feel uncomfortable, because Jim Cornette came in and did a podcast. I love Jim Cornette, but Jim Cornette did a podcast defending Ric Flair, saying, and of course, look, guys, at this point, this is we're in the battle of trying to get as many people to understand the story as we can. And I don't have a big following. I know that, guys. Like we have like maybe 10 live viewers here, and it is what it is. I know I don't have the biggest platform, but I want my platform to be as honest as possible, especially whenever it comes to this type of stuff. When it comes to the real shit, I don't want to cover up for somebody who's being a fucking pervert. I don't want to cover up for that. I don't want to cover up for somebody who's making people feel very, very, very uncomfortable. And to the very biggest point of that, I really don't want to make somebody seem like a hero when they're really doing some dirty shit. And this documentary is really painting somebody, Goldust, in a positive light. And how positive is it really? When you look, now we're going to look at let me see. Not JBL. Yeah, here it is. So now we're going to read a little bit of the reports, and we're going to see what the complaints were. Who was complaining, and what were they complaining about? What is going on? Like, what is really going on here? So we know that the plane ride from hell, and now we know that the plane ride from hell episode is making Goldust seem like, yeah, he's heartbroken. He shouldn't have taken the microphone. But you know what? Ric Flair, being that rapist piece of shit asshole, goes in there. And I'm not defending Ric Flair. Look, I don't fucking defend that. Ric Flair is a piece of fucking shit. Fuck him. I don't care about that. I don't care. Like, I'm not defending Ric Flair. That's not a thing in my fucking head either. But I do want to point out there are people who are just as bad as Ric Flair. Just as bad as Ric Flair. And this documentary makes it seem like they are a hero. So now we go on to the actual lawsuit information. And here, let me point it up. You guys can read it there, but I'm going to... Michael P.S. Hayes is everywhere. I know, Core Buttman, I know. Oh, mate, Ric Flair time. You know it's Ric Flair time. You know it. Are you excited for Chris Kanyon episode of Dark Side of the Ring? I will find that quite interesting. Yeah, dude. Core Buttman, I agree, dude. That's going to be a really, really good one. So you say Taz, say you and Taz met on the plane ride from hell. What would go down? Core Buttman? Oh, man. It depends on if I had alcohol or not. It depends on if I had alcohol or not. Yeah. I hope you're still there, man. I hope it looks like it fell off. Everything is restored, though, so we should be good to keep rocking and rolling. It looks like we froze up a little bit, but that's okay. Now we got this legal stuff on here. Now look at the legal stuff, guys. Look at the legal stuff. This, you know, you go down this little list right here. You see, Defendant Flair wore a jeweled cape, but was naked underneath and flashed his nakedness, spinning his penis around. Helicopter. Defendant Flair grabbed Plaintiff Capilano's hand and placed it on his crotch. He also grabbed Doyle's hand and placed it on his crotch. You just grabbing everybody, huh? Real nice. Defendant Hall asked Capitano to suck his dick and grabbed her repeatedly, jerking her arms. Makes you feel real good, huh? Makes you feel real comfortable working. You're at work and you got people asking you to suck their dick. That don't feel very good. That can't feel very good. Defendant Hall grabbed Plaintiff Doyle by her shirt, pulled her up against him, licked her entire face, and said he wanted to lick her pussy. Does that make you feel good? Thanks a lot, Hall. Oh, Defendant Runnels. Defendant Runnels, Goldust. All I did was Google, okay? All I did was Google. And I watched a whole documentary. And why would they leave this out if this is a very, very easy thing that you can see right here? It's right here. So Defendant Runnels grabbed Plaintiff Capilano's arms repeatedly and asked her if her breasts were real and said, "You and me are gonna fuck," and grabbed her ass or her rear end, rubbing his dick into her. Ric Flair had his dick out, tried to get her to grab it. Goldust tried to, like, literally rubbed his dick on her. How much better are these guys than each other? Is there a bias in this shit or not? Because I can't watch this and be like, oh, they're telling the truth. I can believe them. Fake news. I feel like Donald Trump. Guys, this is fake news. You can't believe it. It's bullshit. It's fake news. They're talking about Dustin Runnels coming up and saving this girl from Ric Flair when Dustin Runnels was trying to put his dick on this girl too. What is going on, guys? What's the bias here? I don't know. Cody Rhodes, AEW. Maybe they're more positive to AEW. Cody Rhodes is whose brother? Fuck this shit, man. Don't bullshit people, man. Be fucking real. Be fucking real. And then Impact Wrestling, like, erased or fired or whatever they did to Tommy Dreamer, because Tommy Dreamer, though he didn't look, Tommy Dreamer, he said some stupid shit. But I don't think it didn't seem like he heard the flight attendants' complaints. Or maybe he did. Maybe he did read this, and maybe he was aware, and maybe he's a piece of shit too, trying to fucking protect him. Maybe he really is trying to protect him, because this is right here. All I did was Google it, and now I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. Fucking Dark Side of the Ring, you fucking liars. You fucking liars. Thanks a lot, you fucking liars. Can you tell us the whole truth? Or are you going to leave out a bunch of fucking important pieces here because it doesn't fit your narrative? Oh, they're storytellers. Oh, they're pro wrestling too. Oh, Dark Side of the Ring's not real? You mean Dark Side of the Ring's not real? Oh, no. Fucking idiots. No shit, right? No shit. Of course they're full of shit. All of them are full of shit. Everybody's full of shit. What the fuck are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, I'm not under contract to anybody, guys. I ain't apologizing for a goddamn thing. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. If you're a fucking rapist, if you're going to go in there and you're going to try to put your dick on a stranger, fuck you. But that's Ric Flair and Goldust. Goldust didn't fucking protect the girl from fucking Ric Flair. Goldust was rubbing his dick on people too. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Fucking liars. Fucking bullshit, man. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. And then it gets even better because now, sorry guys, I'll go back to the, we'll go back to the stuff. But like, I just really wanted to, let's point that out and make sure you read this shit because I wanted to put it here so that everybody can see it. Because that right there, man, that right there, girl just had a baby. This girl she just got married. And that fucked her marriage up. Wonder why. You think that could fuck somebody's marriage up? You got all these people trying to rub their dicks on you and tell you that they want to lick your pussy and lick you in your face? It's got to feel a little bit uncomfortable, right? Probably a little bit uncomfortable. Anyway, Jordane, let's see here. Daystone Wolf Dreamer made quite the comment about Ric Flair. Yeah, exactly. He really did. That's some pretty big shit that they just leave out. That's what I'm saying. You just leave it out? Bring that shit up too. Talk about it like this is real shit. Okay, he was being a piece of shit. He was being an asshole, but at least he tried to save me, but he rubbed his dick on people too. Didn't he rub his dick on people too? Or are they lying in the affidavit? Are they lying in their official court documents when they're suing him? I'm not saying people don't lie. People definitely lie. Obviously, like Dark Side of the Ring. Fucking idiots. She's like, come on, man. Daystone Wolf, the Dark Side of the Ring episode of XPW I'm interested in. It was a good episode. And I like a lot of the episodes, man. I'm not completely against it, but a lot of their episodes are very biased, and we have to make sure that we are pointing out people's biases. I would say the Dark Side of the Ring documentary is good, but the videos on YouTube will tell what was left out of the documentary. Yeah. They're good documentaries. They're good stories, but do not look at them like they're real life because they leave out a lot of information and they paint pictures. They painted Brock Lesnar as a rapist, like maybe not literally raping people, but he's showing it like he's flashing people. And that was to Dustin Rhodes' wife. When Dustin Rhodes is doing the same thing. But they don't even mention that at all. They don't even mention it at all. Does it make sense? Does that make sense at all? Does it make sense at all? That would make the story a lot more interesting in my book, but I guess they didn't have time, right? We didn't have time because we had to take this completely out of context story about Brock Lesnar because we wanted to paint him in a bad light. We had to make sure we painted Brock Lesnar in a bad light because, he works for the evil empire corporation WWE. So, yeah, but I don't give a fuck about you shitting on WWE or AEW. I just want you to make sure that you point out that motherfuckers are being bullshitty everywhere. Everywhere. That's what I want you to point out. But if they don't point that out, then what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to really... I'm getting excited. Now I need some water. Am I really supposed to believe that shit? Come on, man. I can't believe that shit. And it's not like I didn't already suspect a lot of this horse shit from the dark side of the ring. But come on, man. They fucking... Come on. Come on. And it's a propaganda battle. This is all a battle for public perception. You want public perception. So why do you think you don't see a lot of WWE wrestlers on the dark side of the ring, but you did see A&E have WWE documentaries, and guess who all was on it? Nothing but WWE guys. Nothing but WWE guys on the A&E documentaries. AEW guys, a lot of them on dark side of the ring. So, It's almost like Dave Meltzer deal, right? It's almost like Dave Meltzer deal. Of course, everybody has their bias, though. Daystone Wolf, remember, what it is a documentary, it's entertainment. Not everything in the documentary is always the truth. Exactly. And that's the point of this podcast right now. That's the point. Fake news, guys. It's fake news. They're not telling the truth. Why are they not telling the truth? I would do a Joe Biden, but I don't think I can talk that slow. Christopher Barkloff, Jordane should be the host of Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, but I'm going to call bullshit on everybody, man. Even myself. I'm a fuck up, too. What do you want to, we're all fuck ups. I'm not saying we ain't fuck ups. But goddamn, point it out. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. But it doesn't fit the narrative. I get it. It doesn't fit the narrative. So, whatever. Now, Ric Flair definitely decided, Ric Flair had all this shit coming down on him. Ric Flair had a bunch of shit coming down on him. And, of course, he wanted to defend himself. Now, let's bang into Ric Flair a little bit now. We banged into old Goldust, and I love old Goldust's work. I just don't like the biased bullshit. I like Ric Flair and Goldust evenly, which is whatever. I respect their work. 100% respect their work as wrestlers. Do I respect them as men? Probably not. Let's see. Yeah, RVD said that it happened. Goldust was the only one that helped her, which was ridiculous. And Scott Hall, like, as if Heidi's night hadn't got any worse, she tries to, like, sit with Scott Hall. Scott Hall tries to lick her face and tell her he wants to lick her pussy. Like, that makes you feel good. But he says that maybe he was on benzos at the time. Maybe he wasn't able to actually figure out what he was doing. Maybe he didn't realize exactly what he was doing. But come on, man. Come on. Let's just not play each other for dumb, guys. I just don't like us playing each other. I don't like us being played for dumb. And you got to remember, documentaries are not fact. Majority of the things out there are trying to convince you of something or another. And if they can be entertaining in the process, even better. But it's a propaganda war between the two media companies, AEW and WWE. And they are media companies, guy. Remember that. They are not wrestling companies. They are media companies. Both of them. Whatever they claim, they are media companies. Bernie. And if you did a Biden, you'd fall asleep halfway through and wouldn't take any questions afterward. I wouldn't. I really would. I wouldn't take them anyway, brother. I wouldn't take them anyway. Daystone Wolf, entertainment is the key to a documentary, so it keeps your attention. Exactly. But I argue it would have been more. I argue it would have been way more entertaining. Way more entertaining if you would have told the truth. The truth is way more sexy. Because now you got Dustin Rhodes doing the dirty shit too, even though he was the hero. Oh, the hero is a bad guy. Almost like the hero has a shadow. He has a good side and a bad side. Like we all have a good side and a bad side, guys. We're all good guys and bad guys. We're all heels and faces. We all fall onto that spectrum. I'm not saying that we don't. We definitely do. We definitely do. But don't bullshit me. Don't try to bullshit me. So Ric Flair tried to defend himself. So I'll let me move that down a little bit just so that I don't have to be out of the camera frame. So Ric Flair, here, let me get this next one ready so that we don't have to do them both. So here's Ric Flair's defense, and we're going to break this down as well because I got to. Wingspan, it's almost like they didn't even try to hide their agenda. It is almost like they didn't try to hide their agenda. Yeah, they don't. They know what they're doing. You got to remember, though, we'll say like 1 million people watched it. 1 million people watched it. There's probably, I mean, God. Do you think maybe 5,000 people Googled at least the lawsuit? Probably not. Probably just people like me who zero in and they're like, I could have swore there was something. I'm a big wrestling fan. I like all I had growing up was wrestling. I didn't have shit. So this was my shit. Kids are lucky now. Y'all get a lot of wrestling. And I needed a lot of wrestling, man. I needed a lot of wrestling. I watched Puerto Rican wrestling. I watched Mexican wrestling. I watched WWE wrestling. I watched Japanese wrestling. I watched everything that I could get a hold of because I fucking love this shit. But I don't like when people try to bullshit. But guess what? We're all bullshitters. So I can't even be that mad at it. Christopher Barkloff. Yep, I agree with that. I agree, brother. I agree. It is a propaganda battle. They are doing what they do, but there's not much that you can do beyond that, So let's go on to the Ric Flair. So Ric Flair's defended himself. He's trying to say he did not force himself onto anyone. So Ric Flair says, oh, let me turn that around. Sorry, guys. Turn that around. What's up, guys? Sorry, y'all, over there on the IG. I'm missing you all, but we're still rocking and rolling over here. So we got Ric Flair now. Ric Flair. Every person that I've worked with has said not to post a response. But I've never run from past behaviors before, and I'm not going to start now. I want to clarify a few things. About 4 years ago, I gave ESPN full access to my life for a 30 for 30 special. They covered taxes, financial issues, adultery, divorces, the passing of my child, and drinking, partying at length. But did they talk about you running around naked, showing your dick to people? Because that's a very easy, like, all this is like, yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. They went through this, they went through that, they went through this. Well, if they did all this, why wouldn't they show that? Because you didn't fucking tell them. You still got to tell them a lot of shit. You didn't tell them that you were running around with your dick out. You're embarrassed. I got it. Everybody else said that you do, though. So, Anybody can do that. You can say all this. Oh, they covered everything. Why didn't they do it? I don't know. Maybe you told them not to. It's like, it's not impossible for you to talk to a producer who's doing a documentary on your life and you'd be like, let's just ixnay the naked stay, huh? And then they ixnay it because they want the documentary, because it is your life and it is your rights to your life. So they're going to make some money off of it. Did they make money off of that? I wonder, did they make money off of the 30 for fucking 30? Did they sell advertisements for the 30 for fucking 30? Does Ric Flair have a reason to lie? Probably. I'm going to come down on Ric Flair because fuck him too. If he really did some shit like that, then fuck him too. That makes people not feel very good. If I see somebody running around with their dick out, I'm probably going to kick them in the fucking face and then set their dick on fire. You know? Rory Kampf, desperate to matter for another 15 minutes. Well, this guy just wants to make sure that he's just in the news or whatever. Did an interview about it this morning. When Rory's lips are moving, he's typically lying. Oh, I know. I'll take your word for it, helicopter man. But one part of what he said was the God's honest truth. Oh boy, God honest truth. You used God. If it's God honest truth, he must be telling the truth, right? I'd never heard he had forced someone to touch his genitals, Kampf admitted. Everything with Rick that was construed as negative, I tried to address in the 30 for 30. His drinking, his philandering, his adultery, his money problems. There's quite a bit, but never, at least in the people that I spoke to, no one ever brought up that he would force himself on somebody. I allowed my personal life and the lives of my wife and children to be turned upside down for one reason. Whether it's good or bad, even the really bad, the truth has to matter, even in wrestling. So he's not saying that he didn't run around and show his dick to everybody and those types of things like that, but it is what it is. Daystone Wolf, the viewer numbers for YouTube, the video is at 1 million views, and on TV, I found 150 viewers when first airing. I might be wrong on the TV viewers, though. Yeah, that's about average. That's about average. Bernie, bullshit that Hennig got released for the tussle with Lesnar. Definitely bullshit. Especially with Vince and Angle doing the takedown challenges in the Plains aisle the previous flight. Kurt was in great shape when he came back in January 2002, and I believe was in line to get IC title back and get a program for the world title as well in 2003, especially Lesnar being on the main roster for a month and a half at that point. Yeah, but is that close to his TNA stuff? Because I don't think he was in that great a shape if that's closer to his TNA stuff. When did he pass away? Oh, when did he pass away? Anyway, let's go back to this Ric Flair, because Ric Flair said, I've never heard, so Karp said, I'd never heard that he had forced someone to touch his genitals. So he did not deny the fact that he does run around with his dick and balls out. Just clarify that. So for sure, he's not saying he did not do that, but he's saying he didn't make her grab his dick. Take that for what it is. Did he? Didn't he? Who knows? Who knows? All I know is there's a lot of people. Perfect past February 10th, 2003. He was definitely not in good shape then. Definitely not in good shape then. And his TNA run, he was so out. He was so out of it in his TNA run. But that was right before he passed away. So who knows? Who knows what was going on? Who knows what was going on with Mr. Perfect or Kurt Hennig? Man, that does suck though. That does suck though. So then after all that happens, there's a bunch of lawsuits. There's a bunch of crap. There's JR sitting there in the airport, and then you have Justin Credible pulling Scott Hall in a wheelchair. One of your top stars in a fucking wheelchair, dude. In a wheelchair. Like, that feels good. What was it? Hennig, Hall, and Flair got fired. Everybody got fired for that. And, of course, everybody came back, except for Hennig, of course, obviously. Can't come back from the dead. Good joke. But then Heidi was talking about it, and she was not happy. Was that Bernie? Bernie said he was in great shape until the release in May 2002. Let him go after that. Feel his drug use ramped up. Yeah, that's probably after the drug use. Yeah, man. After he got released, he probably got pretty fucked up. That's the thing about it. Daystone Wolf, perfect debut in TNA on October 9th in 2002. Yeah. Christopher Barkloff, he did cut the best promo in TNA. He did take down Brock Lesnar at 35,000 feet. Yeah, that was a great promo. I love that. That was a great promo. And it does make me sad that we got a lot of guys who passed away, especially in wrestling. Now that we're really thinking about it, but Heidi said that they had to clean up syringes. Like, why would they clean up syringes? Are they on heroin? What are they doing? Why do they need syringes? They're doing steroids. They're doing steroids on a fucking seven-hour plane ride. That don't make sense. Like, what the hell were the syringes for? I don't know, man. Was all of this such a crazy, like how much of this was blown out of proportion, and how much of is it real? How much of it is real? I've never been there. I wasn't there. None of us were there. I'm just pointing out stuff that I found on the internet. And I just want to question everything. And I love questioning everything because you never really know until you know. And it's not like any of us have the capabilities of going back in time and jumping onto that plane and seeing what happened. We have to take everybody's word for it. But then you realize when you take everyone's word for it, maybe they're not lying, but they're definitely not giving you all the information about what went on. Not all the information that went on. But what can you do? There's not much you can do about it. It is what it is. Poor Heidi had to deal with that, and she tried to tell her company that she worked for at the time, which was the private airplane company. And the private airplane company was like, hey, man, try to keep our clients' business personal, guys. Try to keep our clients' business personal because we're trying to make some money. We want to make some money. Oh, man, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So that was my review of the plane ride from hell. Let me see if I'm forgetting anything. No, I think that we really hit everything. My main point for this episode was to make sure that we know that we have to be looking a little bit deeper into everything to see what the real story is. And it's not like they misconstrued the whole story about what happened. They definitely told a lot of things that were happening in the flight. They definitely were telling a lot of those things. But they did not, or they conveniently left a few things out because I guess a few people work for certain companies that they don't want to get in trouble. And that makes sense because they've done full documentaries on some of the wrestlers who wrestle for certain companies, AEW. I'm just pointing out the bias, guys. I'm just pointing out the bias. That's all. Not a bad thing. I mean, I'm going to stick up for my friends. Christopher Barkloff, Dark Side of the Ring is not giving the wrestling fans all the facts, but they don't want to lose their meal ticket. Right. Exactly. Now, is it they're trying to do the best entertaining show, or they're trying to do the best entertaining show, but also paint stories in a light that will make their guys seem a little more legit and a little more crazy than the WWE guys? They make the WWE guys like Brock Lesnar in that story, and I'm not saying that it's fake that happened to Terry Runnels. That all of these stories could have very well happened. And if they very well happened, I would have loved for the fact that they would have told the other stories that they left out. Because then it gets weird. Because then it gets to the point to where it's like, oh, okay, so you're not really telling the truth. You're telling a story. Got it. It's good to tell stories. We are in the storytelling business. But you're painting it as if this is reality. And it's not. Because you're not telling 100% truth. So, guys, I think it's best for us to be careful. Always be careful. Pay attention, and try not to buy into too much bullshit, because there's a lot of bullshit out there, guys. There's a lot of bullshit out there, and, what are we going to do? Try not to go too cray-cray. So tomorrow I'll probably be in here a little bit earlier. We'll probably shoot for 4 or 5 p.m. I've got a lot of work to do midday, but then I got a workout, and then I should be able to get in here at a reasonable time. So just keep your eyes open for the next day, and then I'll start putting up a schedule. I'm going to have to start doing a weekly schedule because my schedule changes every week, and then we'll do a weekly schedule for a little while. But either way, it doesn't have to be live. These are podcast type shows, so you can watch them full, as a replay and everything else, which is always fun. But anyway, guys, I hope you all had a good night. I love you. We had a blast. This was a fun episode. I don't know if you had fun or not. Who cares? Who gives a shit? We're going to do another one tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about. I got a few extra stories for us for some regular live tail shit. But anyway, guys, I love you all. Have a good night. See you next time. Or tomorrow, I guess. I guess it's tomorrow.